Hello, welcome to the Grassroots Conversation. My name is Grace Washington. Today I'm here in conversation with Todd McClendon, and we will be talking about fitness and mental and physical health. He's here, he will better introduce himself and tell us more about what he does. How are you doing today, Todd? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing physically and spiritually?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, Grace. I like to focus on my mental health first. That's the most important thing when I get up in the morning. I like to tell myself things like it's going to be a good day today or you're going to be great today. Really to start myself off with like motivation. Physical health, certified personal trainer, nutritionist. So I'm really big on the physical part of keeping yourself healthy, eating right, working on keeping that body fat percentage down so you can live a good lifestyle. And then spiritually, however that may look for someone, regardless of what religion you in or what set or creed that you're from, hopefully you have some type of relationship with a higher being or you believe in something higher than yourself. So in those aspects of mental, physical, and spiritual, I'm feeling pretty well at this point in time in my life.
That's good to know. And so you talk about you are a certified trainer. How did you get into this fitness thing? How did it all start?
Well, really, I've been playing football for 21 years, so I've always worked out. I've always been physically conditioned. Well, I took some time off, maybe 5 or 6 years after I got done playing, and I really wasn't working out, and I got back into it. A good friend of mine who was really into fitness at the time implored me to start going to the gym with him, and he did. He started training me, and I kind of fell back in love with it, with a new passion of it, and then really just took it to another level after I started really getting into it, taking my diet serious, taking the work serious, and then started competing. So yeah, a good friend of mine got me back into it, and I'll thank him forever for that.
Amazing. So why do you think it's important to remain physically fit?
Just honestly, just from how you feel every day. Physically, you feel better, you have more energy, you're more upbeat on a regular basis, you're not so groggy. Just all the benefits that come with it, especially physical benefits on the way you look physically, muscular, like I spoke earlier, body fat percentage, thin, slim, however you perceive yourself to be, you can get there. So physical also helps me with my mental. You know what I mean? That I believe the mental and the physical are so connected with one another.
Yeah.
If I feel really good, you know what I mean, and I look really good, then it all comes together for me.
Yeah. Okay, that's amazing. And let's talk a little bit about the COVID-19. How did it affect you mentally?
All right, so COVID was a huge setback because the gym is like a motivational place for me. I'm not good at working out at home and stuff like that. So like when I get ready to get off work, I'm like, ooh, I'm excited about going to the gym. When all that happened and it closed down, I really did weigh on me physically and made me mentally antsy at times. I was wanting to get back in. I was anxious to get back in. But also, when COVID first came, we were also very fearful because we did not really know what it was or what to expect with it. So it was one of those things where you had to be cautious, but still I missed it tremendously.
Okay, thank you. And then what keeps you going since the COVID and all of that? Because there are some people who would start the gym membership and then they will stop, they will not continue. So what keeps you going?
The mirror, results, the mirror. Looking in the mirror, results. They don't come fast, but they do come and they gradually come. And as I see more results, that gets me more involved. That also, I see physical results, that translates to me mentally also. Yeah. Like I'm on the right track. You know what I mean? I can constantly give myself pep talks. I can constantly encourage myself to, oh, I'm tired today, but do you really want to slack? Look how much progress you're making. Look how good you looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have my mental push my physical, and then have my physical on the back end push my mental.
Yeah, and earlier on you mentioned you are a nutritionist also, and I believe whatever we put in our body, whatever we put in our mind, it affects us physically also. So let's talk about your diet. What is it like?
Let's just say no fast foods. I don't eat fried foods.
At all?
At all. I don't eat fried. Every now and then I'll have some fried chicken wings, but I don't eat fried, maybe once every 2-3 months. No fried foods, no fast foods. Protein first thing in the morning, I'll probably have some egg whites, 2 cups of egg whites, some salmon, some oatmeal, things like that. For lunch, I tend to eat tuna, chicken, rice, sweet potatoes. I basically eat the same thing every day, and I switch it up on a weekly, 2-weekly basis. This week might be chicken and beef. It might be fish and chicken, but it's basically no fried foods and no fast foods.
Great. Do you get tempted sometimes?
All the time. My biggest problem is not, and I don't have a problem with fast food and fried food. My problem is when you put that chocolate cake in front of me or those cookies in front of me.
Yeah.
That's where I got a problem. Sweets are what get me. So I can keep a clean diet, but if you got lemon cake, pound cake, any type of cake, sweets,
right?
I'm on those. So yeah.
I know there are some fitness, I would say guru or what, who have like a cheat day. Do you have a cheat day?
Yeah. It's important to have a cheat day.
Yeah.
And I don't normally do a whole cheat day. I'm a cheat meal is what you're supposed to have. So take advantage of it. Mostly my cheat meal is pizza. I'll go get a large pizza and I'll just knock it down. You know what I mean? And that'll be my cheat meal. I really is a lot easier to burn off for me. When I do my cardio, it doesn't stick to me like fried foods. It doesn't weigh me down. When I eat fried foods the next day, I struggle on my workouts. So I don't really like to do that. So pizza is really my go-to when it's time to cheat.
What's your routine like? Like your daily routine?
My daily routine, we start the week off leg day. On Mondays, we do some legs and we tap some shoulders. Tuesdays, we normally just focus on just chest. And every day I do anywhere from 7 to 8 exercises for each body part I'm working on. And then on a Wednesday, we'll do back, and we'll throw some deadlift in there. Thursdays are arm days. Fridays, we'll go back to legs. Saturdays, we'll do some chest and maybe some shoulders, mix in some things. Sunday, we take off.
Let's talk a little more about mental health again. So I know that you mentioned earlier on, it was a while back, that you had concussion before you were into boxing earlier on.
Well, when I was going through my stages of concussions in my protocol, I honestly fell into a depressional, deep, dark state. I had been playing football my whole life, and for me to lose something that I had loved since I was 7 years old, it was a very difficult thing to deal with, and it still is to this day sometimes. I feel like I could have taken it a lot farther, but injuries kind of prevented that. So even to this day right now, I still struggle with that mentally because I was blessed and worked and had a high skill set and was able to play the game at a very high level. And honestly, what's stopping me from playing is my mental, because it's my mind, and it's really nothing physical, because I have no physical injuries such as surgeries or torn ACLs or Achilles or anything like that. It's honestly my mind that is preventing me from playing. So to this day, I still struggle with that. That's still something I deal with, and it still hurts me to this day. So
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, and I know how it can be traumatizing because it's something that you like, and then you cannot do, even though you don't feel anything physically, but just your emotional being, the way you feel, if you want to do it, there is nothing preventing you physically, but just the mind.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you're able to get back and still go into your fitness thing, and still you keep going. Now you're a certified trainer, you're an actor. I watched the episode 1 of Dear Love, and you did amazing. You're a talk show host. So let's talk a little bit about your acting and your entire show, Conscious by Nature.
So I'm very blessed and pleased to found some other passions and some other things that I love in life besides football to this day. I've always wanted to get into acting. Now that I'm into acting, I'm in a web series called Dear Love, which is soon to be on Amazon Prime, so make sure you check that out.
Oh, that's great.
So we're coming up on episode 5. We just finished our first season, which was we did 4 episodes. We're starting our second season, 5 through 8. I think it's just a blessing to get this opportunity. I always wanted to be involved in acting and backstage and front stage. So now I direct, I assistant produce, and I also act in there. As far as the talk show, yes, we do have a talk show.
And you'll be acting up on there.
Yes, we So I know most people sit back and call it a podcast, but if you ever seen Conscious by Nature, then you know it's more like a talk show. It's a lot of clips, it's a lot of action, it's a lot of graphics going on. So I'm really enjoying that. I learned how to do all that coming through Ohio Media School, and then my brothers that I work with on a regular basis really keep everything exciting. So video and editing and this media space now is really my new passion, my new love. So I just always encourage everybody to always have goals. I found myself when I was going through life just working, not having goals, not working towards something. I found myself in this kind of dead space. So I just encourage everybody to be always working towards something, always have a goal, always have something that you're striving to go for, and in that way, you can always set your sights higher.
And it's good that you try to incorporate, even though you're into the media, you try to incorporate that into your workout also. And now let's talk about congratulations. You told me earlier on that you were able to get a brand deal or sponsorship. Let's talk about that.
So I have been trying for almost 5 years to get a sponsorship for my fitness. And it so just happened, I always tell everybody to network when you're in media. So I'm in here networking, and a good friend of mine, Melvin, has a connection with a guy, Ronnie. He says, oh, he has fitness. He goes, looks at my page. He says, I want you to wear my clothes. I'm about to send you such and such, such and such. So he's sending me shirts, he's sending me bags, he's sending me hats, he's sending me all these things he wants me to work out in. So I finally, after 5 years of putting out workout videos, being on stage, working, I'm finally now going to monetize my Instagram and start getting paid to post on IG. So I just, honestly, when it comes down to it, always keep working, believe in yourself, and eventually it's going to happen for you.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how long. Once something is meant to happen, you just keep working and believe it's going to happen. So congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your achievements, everything you're doing. I wish you all the best. Thank you once again.
I just want to say thank you, Grace Washington, for having me on your show. I really appreciate it, the platform, and being able to come on and talk about fitness and mental health. And thank you for allowing me to expand my range, because this is, I do sports and I do other things, but this is just something else that you have faith in me that I can do, and I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.